Hello everyone, and welcome to the top 10 most dense metals on planet Earth. Assuming you live on planet Earth. A keyword you're going to need to keep in mind is that I'm doing the top 10 most dense metals, not substances. We're doing these ones and not these ones. Well, on to number 10. Kicking off number 10 is silver. Silver is the 47th element on the periodic table, with roughly about 10 grams per cubic centimeter, or if you're like that, 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. Silver is used most frequently in some expensive jewelry, though when compared to some more rare materials such as gold and diamond, it doesn't seem as expensive. Okay, number 9. Up at number 9 is none other than lead. Lead is the 82nd element on the periodic table. It has a density of about 11 grams per cubic centimeter, which I explained is per milliliter, if you're like that. Lead used to be used in number 2 pencils. Now I think it's just used in like mechanical pencils and was replaced by graphite. But that's beside the point. Lead isn't really too hazardous, but you still can get poisoned from it, so, be warned of that. Number 8. We have palladium. Palladium is the 46th element in the periodic table, with about 12 grams per cubic centimeter. Which, oops, I did something. No big deal. Palladium, to tell the complete truth, I did not even know existed until this very day that I'm creating this, so, I don't have anything to say about it. At number 7, we have mercury. Appearing as the 80th element in the periodic table, mercury is about 13 grams per cubic centimeter. Mercury was once upon a time used in thermometers, but I believe it's illegal now because of how dangerous it could be to people. And it's not used in thermometers anymore. They replace it with something else, usually blue or red. At number 6. The very famous uranium. Uranium appears as the 92nd element in the periodic table, with about 18 grams per cubic centimeter. Pretty big jump from the last one at mercury being about 13. As you can see with that little yellow mark right above the uranium, that means it is very hazardous and should not be messed around with. Fun fact, uranium was once mined in the Grand Canyon. I think they actually still are mining for uranium in there. Number 5. Gold. Gold is the 79th element on the periodic table, with a density of about 19 grams per cubic centimeter. Gold is the one that most people would have probably expected to come from a list like this, as it is one of the most dense things on the planet, and a lot of people know that. The thing about gold is, it's very expensive. However, it's only the 15th most expensive substance in the planet. I'm not really going to delve into what some of the more expensive ones are, but this is some expensive stuff. Number 4. Tungsten. Tungsten is the 74th element on the periodic table, with a density of a tiny bit more, still the same, of about 19 grams per cubic centimeter, but I didn't really want to go into decimals, so it's gonna be the same, but it's actually bigger than gold's. Tungsten is also known as wolfram. Number 3. Plutonium. The second one that's named like a planet. Plutonium is number 94 on the periodic table, with a density of 21 grams per cubic centimeter, roughly. It is, as you can see through the yellow mark that was also on uranium, it is hazardous. What is it with the ones being named after planets with the -ium at the end that happen to be hazardous? Also, you can tell it's very explosive, which means you should be warned when you're messing with it. I just realized I had some stuff right here. It is a fissile component in nuclear weaponry. Number 2. Platinum. Particularly famous for being the name of a Pokemon game, platinum is the 78th element on the periodic table, with a density of about 21 grams per cubic centimeter, roughly. This is some pretty massive stuff when you come to think of it. Well, not really think, just take the numbers. Whatever. Platinum is one of the materials I was talking about earlier, sort of talking about when I was mentioning gold being only the 15th most expensive substance on the planet. This is one of them that was, I believe, number 2. Or was it maybe number 3? I don't know. The final at number 1. The most dense metal on the planet is osmium. Look at what that osmium looks like. Looks very weird. Appearing as number 76 on the periodic table, osmium has a rough density of about 22 grams per cubic centimeter. That is a lot of density. Not too much more than gold, but still a little bit. Let's see what it says about osmium right here. Often alloyed with other metals used in tips of fountain pens. Well, it's used when making pens. Fountain pens, which I think are ancient by this point. Kinda like quill pens. That's way off topic. Osmium, I don't quite know how rare it is. Something I do know about it is its appearance in Dragon Ball Z, about being a very dense metal. Kinda strange. Thanks for watching this dense information. Haha!